Welcome to Help at Home. I'm Jim Hightower. On this episode of Quick Tips, we're going to figure out what we can make with leftover pie dough scraps. And in fact, you can make all kinds of wonderful things with leftover pie dough. You want to have a little bit of flour, mash your scraps together, roll it out, and I apologize if there's any background noise. The yard man came today. Roll it out fairly thin. Now, take your pizza cutter, roll them into strips. I'll move this, hopefully you can see. You just go right across. They don't have to be any special size. I had a boo-boo! Here. It never hurts to spray your cookie sheet. I used some spray olive oil. I will have to admit, it's not ideal when you're working with something sweet, but it won't really change the flavor. So, put your strips on there. Spread out just enough so that they don't stick to each other. Put this one down here. Right, I'm going to try to do this quick because the yard man's coming back around the bend. So, melt about 4 tablespoons of butter or 1/4 of a stick and get your baster. Baste these strips with butter. You know me and butter. I'm kind of remind myself of that commercial that was on a few years ago, Mrs. Butterton. She used to go around and pile her basket full of butter. When I had my little baking business at home, I used to buy about 5 or 6 pounds of butter a month. I'm sure people thought, what in the world does he do with all that butter? And of course, a pound of butter is just 4 sticks, or 1 box. Alright, so those are basted with butter. Then you want to get some cinnamon sugar. A good rule of thumb is about 1 or 2 teaspoons of cinnamon to 1/2 cup of sugar. My wife likes to keep some extra in this little bag, and you just sprinkle it all over. You're like, what? And I'm like, yes. It doesn't get any better than this. This is a little thing that my mother, maybe my mom and my dad, came up with years ago, and you wouldn't think something so simple could taste so good, and yet it does. So again, it's a little or as much as you want. Boom, into your 400-degree oven till they're nice and brown and slightly crisp. Maybe 8 to 10 minutes, but you always have to check and see how it interacts with your oven first, and then put those notes into your very own cookbook. Go back and watch that video. So this took about 15 minutes in my oven, and I'm trying to get that glare away, but just look at that. They're brown around the edges, and you take this, and you can just pop it in your mouth. Look at the bottom, golden brown. You just pop it in your mouth. Mmm. And look at this. That little crunch. Oh, that's yummy. And I'm going to show you on the baked apple slices video how you can put this together, and it's just, mwah. What are these good for? Put them in a Ziploc bag, and then you can run and hide with them and eat them all in the corner. That's what they're good for. And it's a great snack, and it's great to crumble in all kinds of desserts. So that's what it's good for. Yummo. If you like this video for cinnamon sugar crust strips, courtesy of Mama Hightower, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe and share with your friends who like to cook or just want to learn how. Drop me a line in the comments below about your experiences with this recipe, such that it is. Click the bell in the top right-hand corner for notifications. I'm Jim Hightower, and remember, everyone needs help, even me. We may get overtaken by the yard man. Nice. Go away, yard man.